Oh, well, this is something different. I'm not let's just start saying I'm not a vlogger at all. But telling a story and telling my mind, telling my story or telling a story or telling my perspective on things or telling my what can you say, man? I'm not a vlogger. So this is something new. Bear with me. I know there's many that I can relate to, and if I don't relate to you at all, that's okay. A part of me just feels like I always just need to speak on something or give my input on something now that in life I'm more knowledgeable. Like, what you gonna do? But start talking. And seeing where it could go. Who wants to relate? Who can relate? So many of you know I have started a podcast called Just Winging It. I'm a video game content creator. Okay, let's start again. For the newbies here, my name is Cassandra's the real deal. But many of you know I have started a podcast, Just Winging It. I'm a video game content creator. I'm a video editor from all my things that I do right now. I'm a wife first. I'm a dog mom. And I have a bunch of godkids. I have a lot going on. And I work hard. Currently driving to work right now. It always scares me to do some type of vlog like this, right? Because dang, person starts vlogging their life, then they go on the next day, and I'm like, whatever. We gotta take life how you take it. But the podcast that I started, Just Winging It, it's a whole vibe. But that vibe needs to get started. That vibe needs to get going. And I have a lot of things in mind that I want to do, but I want to be a perfectionist. And I feel like right now in this car, no cameras of professionalism, no professional mic. Hence, I may enhance the audio when I get back home. But everything right now of me is given to you guys in a raw film. And this is an unedited version of me. And they say the best thing to do in life is to record yourself in the car. You will get the best of that person in the car because they're not worried about if anybody's hearing them, if anybody's listening. You're going to get the best of that person in the car. And guys, my podcast has so much originality, genuineness, care, blunt, potential viral moments that sometimes it's like the social media life of things become a bit overwhelming, where I feel like if I say the wrong thing, I may get canceled or I may get looked at differently. And I say that because everybody knows me to just be that laughing, happy going person. Nothing is wrong. You want it, I'll try to get it so you can have it type of mindset. And my wife knows me to be that lesbian lover who is sassy as fuck. My head, when I'm starting to talk some facts, will start moving up and down. I get sassy real quick. And a lot of you don't see that side of me, or everybody thinks possibly that I'm okay with everything. And everything I am not. There's episodes that I want to have about group dinners. I'm not paying for nobody's meal that I didn't freaking eat. I'm sorry. Cause some of y'all be some of y'all be tackling on meals I've never even heard of and expect me to go half on it. I'm like, who ate what? The caviar? I heard the caviar, but I'm just saying. Who drank it? Yeah. This like, I mean, sometimes I'm like, dang, are y'all ready? That's what makes me nervous to speak and give y'all this podcast, because it's like, are y'all ready to really hear how I feel? And I'm like, you know how many content creators just get on and they freaking talk and they freaking go, and it's like, you take me as is or not, and they blow up, they make it. That's my goal. My goal is not to sit at where I work forever. My goal is to continue to make content and give y'all the best of me that y'all have never seen. So I will say, I have one that talks about friendship. Hopefully I put this out before I go on my friend's podcast and talk about friendship. But a lot of y'all suck. So this little mini episode is just a prelude of what's to come. Of many topics in one little video I'm making in my car. But the friendship one, a lot of y'all suck. A lot of people that was a part of my wedding, I don't even see or hear from. And I take my wedding as the best day, as you should, y'all. Y'all marrying the love of y'all lives, as y'all should. I take my wedding to be my most vulnerable day of my life. I take my wedding to be the most happiest day of my life. I take my wedding to be the most precious, amazing day of me and my wife's life. My wife and I, for the grammar people that's in here. And I have a few people on there. Maybe not a few. I got 2 people part of the wedding. I'll make you wonder. But I got 2 people part of the wedding that I don't even hear from. Does it bother me? Absolutely. If I hear from them, is it something that has to do with getting to know how each other are doing? No. And honestly, it's sick and tiring. And I felt like, you know what, if I come on here and talk about friendship and say how some of y'all ain't shit, and the real friends who always check up on me is the Instagram friends and the Facebook friends, and I got a lot of followers and people who actually view my story and see what I'm doing, they more freaking real than the ones that you really know day to day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, people move funny. And I'm going to say it just like this. People move funny when they get a new ass to sniff. People get funny when they get a new ass to sniff. And I don't care if this hits people in the wrong way or just like, whoa, is this for me? My wife said it before, and I'm going to say it proudly right now. If the shoe fucking fits, then this for you, baby. People get crazy. People act differently. And sometimes they don't even know why. Yo, let me tell you something right now. I have growing up, I had a close friend of mine. We've been friends since daycare. I don't know what age my mother put me in daycare. But all I know is we've been friends for 10 years or more. More than that. Right? We had a falling out over my actions, but we both could have had communications for this wide gap that we didn't even speak to each other. Do I regret that? Hell fucking yes. Why? Because that's the bestest friend I've ever had throughout my whole entire young stages and growing up. And then I've met some dope ass people. My wife's family welcomed me in. I got some new friends that I met before in 2018 till now. You know who you are because y'all family. I don't even have to say names. The moral of that topic right there was just to rekindle with people you don't even realize that you guys had a falling out and you guys need to stay in touch. Rekindle with that person, because life is short. Because the people that you meet currently, they don't really know you unless they know you. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like me, honestly, I'm one of, if I'm your friend, I'm one of your dope ass friends. Because anything that I have, you're going to be the first person I think of. I'm going to think about your family. I'm going to think about what food y'all want to take home. I know damn well, let me tell y'all this right now. Have y'all ever been to my functions and go home with pans of food? Have you ever come to my functions and felt like, yo, I feel so much at home, I don't want to leave? Have you ever come to my functions and be so freaking comfortable that you wouldn't even care if you had to accidentally stay the night because you weren't possibly full aware of, driving back home? It's a good feeling, right? And you could probably count countless events that you guys been to at my house and stuff like that, right? But I can't count on one finger. I could count very few people I could do that with. I can't count that with nobody. But the main person I rekindled with, I can't count those fingers because my friends get invites, but I never get really invites from people. I've had a car since 2018, and I got a brand new car that needs to be broken in. No invites. In the summer, I'm grilling. My wife and I, we grill. We invite all our friends over. No invites. I don't know, but y'all making me feel like I'm one of the rejects. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, we are not having that. We are not having that. So, what do? My Just Winging It vibes are like, damn, put this on the podcast. Talk about it. Be blunt. It's not always about the production. It's not always about the cameras. But I'm like, fuck, I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. And I'm like, oh, but it's eating me alive and I need to speak. I feel like I'm 30 and I have other people that's turning 30 because that's my age group. Those are the friends that follow me. And I'm like, I know damn well they growing up and they realizing who's real, who's there, who's not, and who ain't never really coming back. Who's really checking up on you. Many of y'all, I know y'all parents' birthdays is on my calendars. I'm reaching out like, hey. And then I get my wife speaking facts into me and saying that I'm absolutely right in what I'm saying, right? And then she goes, but at the end of the day, you grow up, you realize you don't need the boatload of friends that you've had when you grew up. And trust me, I have boatloads of friends. Everybody's welcome. If I had a mansion, I'll probably have to be just like Chris Brown and get all this damn security because of the amount of people I say, yo, come through. Have a good time. And my wife asks me all the time, you're not aware of the people that you used to bring around or this and that. And it's like, for me, I feel like I'm going to be aware of, like, if I feel like, if you could smell somebody sketchy or something like that, right? But it's like when I host something, I always want to invite everybody because you never know the type of day this person is having. You never know the type of moment this person is having. You never know if this person is looking for a meal and no, they can't get to it, but it got invited to a cookout and now they know they're gonna have leftovers. They're gonna have a good day. You never know what that person was doing that day. And I know, you know what, I'm throwing something. Shoot, I thought of you. Come over, have a bite to eat, have fun. We got board games. What do you want to drink? Everybody know, bring their dessert. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, as I get older and these events are costly, and now I'm looking at who I'm putting these events for, and I'm like, where the fuck are y'all? I know many of y'all can relate to what I'm saying right now. I know I don't sound crazy. I know I threw together many different topics and scenarios into one video. But for me to succeed in content, for me to succeed in being relatable, I have to start here. I have to start in my car. I have to start without my $300 microphone. I have to start without my $1,000 camera. I have to start without my $3,000 PC. And I have to come on here and be genuine and see who the heck can relate to me. You guys see my Instagram posts. You guys see me going crazy. You guys called me, text me, reached out, and trying to figure out why. And the ones that did, they trying to find out the tea because they know they the ones. They be like, yo, Cass was good. And yes, two could play at the two. It takes two to tango. It takes two to get into the feelings that you're into. But guess what? Honestly, I check up on everybody. And that can also be a downfall. Well, why do you expect everyone to check up on you? And if that person don't check up on you, why are you still checking up on them? And that's why I'm here to vent. And that's why I'm here to give my opinion, that I will no longer be reminding myself about y'all, about some of y'all. Some of y'all hit me up to send you a Zelle or Cash App. Some of y'all hit me up, and I'm gonna fucking call it out. Some of y'all hit me up just to get a Zelle payment or a Cash App payment. To me, that's bizarre. Everything that I have costs way more than your rent. For the ones that are asking me for these payments. There has been many times I need a good Zelle payment. A good fucking Zelle payment. And none of y'all know, because I don't come for no request, because what, I figure it out, or I find an app to borrow money from to get me to the next day until it's a good week, until it's a good month, or I look at myself and say, we need a change of employment. And I feel like many of y'all who are asking me for money needs to stop. The random people on Facebook, the text messages, y'all need to stop. If it's my cousins, I'm an enabler, because I always got my cousins down. I won't be able to help myself. I am the only child, so I look at my little cousins like my brothers and sisters. So I look at them like, if they gonna hit me up, oh, what can I do to help y'all? What can I do? And that's just me. I don't care. My cousins are my babies. Like that's a fact. I may not speak to them every moment, but my little cousins are my babies, and they will get whatever it is that I could do to help them out. Because that's just how it's gonna be. So I say this as to say, for those that have been waiting for Just Winging It, let me apologize and just tell you what the fear was this whole time of possibly being canceled because I was being too blunt or vocal. And this is my first time getting into the podcast life. This is my first time getting into things I should say, what I shouldn't say. This right here is literally a Just Winging It moment. So I can't be upset if there isn't actual episodes, and actually take ownership that everything that I do or put on this page or for you to listen is a capture of Just Winging It. First time posting to so many different platforms and making sure I say the right things, because they work the algorithm. No matter how much you think is you with these damn hashtags, there is a department that listens. There is the hashtag that does pull it too, but they are listening. So, I say it to say, just like this, never Never take your friends for granted. Never think that someone you speak to on a daily basis is okay. They're not going through nothing. But always remember, the people that check up on you, check up on them. Check up on them. I'm going to leave it here at the 20 minutes. I'm going to post this video and I'm going to go about my day, because I know that I gave everybody here genuine love, genuine content. And I'm going to continue to be me. Whether or not I got a guest or not, if I have to do it through Zoom. Shout out to Raquel. Shout out to Raquel, another friend of mine who's a podcast person, because I'm like, I could talk to different friends all day. I could look up videos all day. But when you got another podcast person you can actually have conversation with, your whole conversation becomes so much more relatable. You start to understand, okay, this is okay. I can talk about this. I can do this. Okay, thank you. You believe in me too. Another podcaster. It means a lot when it comes to somebody else who does the same type of content. So I'm out of here. I appreciate y'all. This is going to be on the Just Winging It page. It's not going to be even edited. I may enhance the audio a little bit, but other than that, I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all so much. If I hit this in a wrong spot of yours, you may want to recheck how our friendship is. You may want to think, oh, you know what? Dang, I didn't even know she was feeling this way. But check on your loved ones. We lost a friend recently to suicide, and that hits every day, every freaking day. So I appreciate y'all to the bottom of my heart, because without the people that want to watch me or hear me, that I'm just gonna feel like that this is not acceptable. And I need to know that being outspoken is very acceptable, because not a lot of us find the courage to do so. Peace out. Happy Thursday. Have a good day.